welcome back to She's in Her Apron. I am so glad you're here. If you're new here to the channel, I invite you to hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any of the fun. Okay, today we're gonna do a Q&A. I reached out on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, the link is below. I would love it if you would. You kind of get a little more extra of me there. Okay, so before we begin, I want to let you know my schedule here on YouTube. I've changed it up. Some of you have noticed. Some of you know what's going on. Some of you don't. So what you will see here on She's in Her Apron is videos from me on Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that's what you're going to see from me. If there is a bonus video, I'll put it up and surprise you. So that is my schedule. And also, if you did not watch yesterday's vlog, I have some exciting news. So starting today at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you are watching this as soon as it uploads in a couple of hours, you could see me again. Yep, but not on this channel. You get to see me on Millennial Moms. Go check out the channel down below if you haven't already. It's a wonderful community of moms who are sharing things to do with your kids, advice, tips, all of that. And I feel so honored that they reached out to me to be a mom on the Millennial Mom channel. I could not believe it. I was very honored and nervous. I think the oldest mom, but that doesn't matter. They want perspectives from all women and to help one another out and be a support group. So thank you for reaching out to me. So you guys get to see me every other Monday over at Millennial Moms. So I'll still post every Monday here, but you're just gonna get a bonus of me every other week. All right, let's jump into your questions. There were a lot, and I'm gonna cover more. I think I'm gonna actually do some bonus videos for you guys this week, so you could see more, and they will be put more into a day in the life. So there will be not just me sitting and talking. It's gonna be pretty cool. And this week we have a lot, I think, more time for Derek and I to sit down and film those videos that you guys have been wanting about protecting your kids on their screens, on their devices, and our other Q&A. You guys had a lot of questions for us. So I think this is the week that Derek and I can actually sit down and film that. So cross your fingers, seriously. Okay, let's jump into your questions. You have a really long name. This is from, I couldn't figure out a username. Oh my gosh, that's funny. You're cute. Hi Kimmy, do you have any tips for a new scared mommy? I'm due with my first this August. Congratulations. And I'm really nervous that I'm not going to do well. I would love some tips that helped you when you first started out. I love your videos. They really encourage me. Oh, thank you. Congratulations. That is so exciting. I remember feeling that way before Callie came. If you're new here, I have 4 children. Callie is my oldest. She is 17, Jonah 13, Boston 9, and Shaylee 6. I was nervous too with Callie, just because, you know, I think now there's more social media than when I had Callie. There was just the internet basically, and AOL, and I think, yeah, YouTube wasn't even in existence then. So I didn't have the pressure of social media and Pinterest and everything that you see about being a perfect mom, but I was nervous. I really was. So you're nervous about not doing well. Well, I figure you just gotta meet their basic needs, you know, keeping them alive, feeding them, and giving them love. I mean, if you're doing that, you're doing well. There is no perfect way to raise a child. You know, you're gonna get, oh my goodness, you are gonna get advice from everybody, and people you don't even want the advice from. You're gonna get it from your mother, your mother-in-law, your grandmothers, the woman in the supermarket. Yep. They just love giving out free advice. People at church, people in your neighborhood, you're gonna get advice from everywhere. But you wanna know what? You follow your gut, because you will parent each child differently. All my kids are so different. Night and day, no one is a mold. Not at all. And you just have to follow your gut. See, we got this wonderful thing as mothers. We have these instincts, and we know what to do, and it will come to you, and it's pretty immediate. And I don't know if you're Christian, but I keep a connection with my Heavenly Father, and things will come to me. You will have this amazing, like, sixth sense on how to care for your child. And you know, just when someone gives you advice, say thank you very much. Consider it, you know. but you're gonna do well. You know, keep your baby fed, keep them loved, and just find what works for you, because you're the mama and you're gonna get those feelings and inspirations and things that are gonna come to you. And we're in a world where we compare with one another what someone else is doing, and you know, you do get hard on yourself. I mean, the big thing that I have been noticing over the years, especially now that I watch YouTube a lot, is like the co-sleeping and the baby wearing, and oh my gosh, I was like, how long has this been around? I've never heard of that. I go with my personality. I personally couldn't have my baby strapped on me and everywhere and doing everything, but some people do. So you just gotta do what you love and what you feel comfortable, what your spouse feels comfortable with, your partner, whomever, and you will do it well. I swear, I know, mommyhood is hard. You never feel like you're doing it right. I feel that way with my kids. I mean, I don't have toddlers anymore. I have full-fledged kids and preteens and teenagers, and one that's almost an adult that's leaving the house. I feel like I'm not doing it well all the time, but I'm doing my best. You know, you can't be perfect at it, and you're gonna make mistakes, and just, you know, enjoy the journey and don't fret so much. Oh my gosh, don't fret so much. You will do well. You will do well. Just enjoy your babies and love on them, and things will come to you and you'll get in the hang of things, and don't stress over the small stuff, okay? You just love on that baby and you're gonna do great. This is from Girl Rumble. How are you dealing with summer this year? You guys, this has been the best summer for many years, honest to goodness. You know, we've come a long way. I've come a long way with my kids, and the situation that we're in right now that I don't talk about on YouTube. Things are getting so much better. Now that I'm with a really good doctor and helping me with my anxiety, things are so much better. I still have anxiety about the summer. It's been there. The last couple weeks my anxiety's been there, but it's been okay. I'm having fun with the kids. We're doing more. I'm trying to get them out of the house more. That seems to be helping. My house, though, is paying the price for it. It's chaotic in here right now. The last couple weeks, my house, it's been very hard to keep it consistently clean. Story of my life. That's why I created Shesinherapron. But I don't care about the mess. I honestly don't. We are just having fun. We're going swimming. We're doing things with friends, and I'm trying to keep them busy. I still allow to have them have screen time, but not as much. But I don't know, the tone, there's been a shift, and things that we've been going through, things are being fixed, things are being healed, and there's a definitely different tone in the home this summer, and I am so thankful for it, because honestly, I don't think I could have had another year like the years I've had in the past. I know I would have pulled through and gotten through it, but oh, seriously, my heart is full. And yeah, so this summer is so far going really, really well. I feel so blessed, so blessed. And so I pray that you all will survive this summer as well. This is a really good question. This is from Christine, Paddling Hug. Did you lose any friendships after having children? I have a 2.5-year-old boy and 7-week-old little girl. Oh, precious. And recently been dropped by a few friends because I have kids now. They say we lead different lives, though I think, while yes, I have kids, I could still have fun. And am the same friend as I was before, having a hard time with this. I can see that. I could see that because you're in a different like plane as them. If they don't have kids, they're, you know, they've got more freedom, more leverage to go and do things, and when you start your family, you're very focused on your family and your kids, and you're centered on them, but you still want your friends and your girl time. I can understand that. You're just on a different level right now, and that's okay. But they'll be there. They'll be there. Don't let it. I know it's hard because we're girls and we need that women connection. I get that, But once they start their families, they're gonna get it. And they're gonna, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna lean on you for advice. So just take it as a little lull right now and a little pause on those relationships. Still keep connected and keep them in your lives, but you're gonna make new friends as a mom. There's so many different things that you could do and go to with your kids, and you're gonna connect with other women, and you're gonna make really good friendships on that level. They're gonna be there for you, but they're not living it. They don't know, you know, that world yet. But still keep them there. I know it hurts and it's hard. But just be like, okay, you know, we're gonna keep you here, and I'll check in once in a while. And I know that hurts, but go and meet new people. Go find out what's in your community that you could bring your children to, connect with different women, and create some relationships. I am so sorry that happened. I know it's hard, especially when you have good friends that mean the world to you. But you know what? Like I said, they're gonna come running to you for advice, so. Okay, this is from Mrs. Galt, 522. I hope I'm saying that right. Once your youngest is driving, my youngest, Shaylee, ooh, that's a long ways away. Do you think you will want to work outside the home, or will you be a full-time nanny to your grandchildren? Sorry if that's scary for you to think about. That is funny. I don't know. That's a good question. You know, we'll see when that ship comes into port. I don't know. Will I work outside the home? I don't know. Well, when my youngest is gone, maybe. Who knows? Who knows where Derek and I will be in our life and what is going to bring us. Maybe we'll be on a mission together and serving people around the world. I don't know. If I need to go to work, I will, but I don't know. It's very interesting to see what life will bring us. Will I be a full-time nanny to our grandchildren? Like I said, it depends on what our situation is then and what's going on and where my kids are living, you know. If I'll always be there if they need me, and I'll help, you know, but that's hard to say. But that's a good question. And, you know, it's not too far down the road. I mean, Callie is, she'll be 18 in March and starting her life, but I hope she doesn't start it too early. Oh, I told Callie, like, I know the reality of me being a grandma in my 40s is pretty much gonna happen, but to me, I think a grandma should start their 50s, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I'm turning 40 in the fall. I'm sure I'll be a grandma by the time I'm 46. Oh, geez. But yeah, I'll be there for my children however they need me. If I could do it, we'll see. I don't know. It just depends on our situation. Oh, this is a good question. Your thoughts on vacationing with the whole family, cruising, Disney, tropical island. This is from CMO_55. Ooh, the whole family. Now, whole family, well, obviously, you're not gonna leave. So I'm guessing you're meaning like extended family. Okay, I have done a lot of vacationing with my extended family. We've done a lot with Derek's side. We've gone on some fun Disney trips and Bear Lake trips, and oh, we've done many trips, and I love doing trips with family. I try to be very respectful of time and things that we want to do. I love doing Disney trips. I think it's fun, you know, when you're as a group going and doing things, but I think also that you need a time where you could go off by yourself too, because doing things in groups can make things longer and you miss out more. So I think it's good to like start off doing something on your trip, like Disney for instance, start off, but then break away and then come back and meet each other. I think it just creates less stress that way. But we've done many trips together, but I think the biggest thing is to sit down and talk with the group and go, okay, what are your expectations? And get a game plan and a mindset, because people do things differently. I'm way different than my extended family, like Derek's family. you know, I'm a lot like them, but different. And I just kind of just put my 2 cents in, see what they think. Everyone kind of puts their 2 cents in, and then we make a game plan. Especially if there's like that one controlling person who's doing the whole vacation. I think it's good to sit down and have an open discussion beforehand, what to expect, what should we do, and just so that way it creates less tension when you're on a vacation, because you know, when you're around family, tensions can get a little high. So definitely a meeting of some sorts to talk about expectations and things like that. This is from Kiddos39. How do you manage how and when and what zones your kids clean? Okay, we used to we have 4 zones in our house. We used to have 5, but we have 4. And we used to roll the dice, and whenever the number said, that was the zone number they got. We don't do that anymore. What we do is we have a whiteboard on our refrigerator, and we just, with the zones and what the zones are, the 4. Then because I created the 4 because I have 4 kids. So you could do it that way if you want. I don't know. But I'll leave the video about zone cleaning that I do for my kids down below. And then we just move their names down the list. Derek's in charge of that. I said, Derek, can you take the lead on that? So Derek's very good at that with the kids and getting them to do their zones. So what he does is he moves their name down the list. So every kid gets that zone every week of the month. They all get a turn in it. So there's no fights of like, I always get zone 2. I always get the bathroom zone. Believe me, it's a fight. So we just move their names down. We do it on Sundays, and they have to do their last day in the zone on Sundays, and then Sunday night Derek will switch it and they start Monday in that zone. So we just move their names down and rotate that way. Just less fighting, everyone is even, less headaches. Okay, this is from B Shields 94. Do you use the cash envelope system from Dave Ramsey? You know what? We love Dave Ramsey and his systems. We did the cash envelope system one year full on, exactly like he said. It worked great. It was a great year. You know, we didn't accumulate any more debt. We were right on point. But it made me nervous. There was a time when we misplaced the gas envelope. We couldn't find it in the car, and I don't like leaving money in the car. And I don't know, my fear is losing the cash because you can't get it back. So what I don't do the cash envelopes on me. Like when I go to the store, I don't have it on me. I do have cash envelopes hidden and locked away for vacations. So I do take money out and slip it in for school, vacations, like all of it for our budget. And it's stored somewhere and protected. But for the cash for outside, for grocery shopping, gas, play money, no. I just budget, and I know that money and that account is for this, and yeah. So I don't do it like perfectly like he does, because I definitely am in fear that I'm gonna lose my grocery money because you can't replace it. So I just do whatever feels good. We talk about it each month. We know where the money's going, and some months we overspend because we're human, and but we have a budget. We try to stick to it. And that is that. So we do have several different banking accounts where different money goes in for different things, and we have a debit card for it. So that seems to work out really good, and we just keep track of it. But yes and no, I do have a cash system. This is from Alibaba_Mama. I remember with an old video that you used to work outside of the home. When did you and Derek know or decide you needed to be home, and how did you financially prep for it? I think we're getting there, but I'm not really sure how to approach it. Thank you. Lots of love. Well, I worked outside the home when Callie, I'll leave the video to this down below, until Callie was 4. It was really hard. I ended up spending more money on babysitters and gas than anything. But when Jonah came into the picture, it was a done deal. I didn't want to be away from him and dropping him off like to grandma's house or a friend or somebody to babysit, because those were precious moments of bonding with him because he's adopted. And I was like, no, I got to be there. I got to be the full caregiver for him, and be there for him. And so when Jonah came into the picture, I was done working. There were times when I did go back to work. I tried going back to work to make some extra money, and it added way too much stress on our family. way too much. And Derek said, you know what, it's not worth it. We just budgeted. That's when we really created a budget and just hunkered down and did it. And we would just make it work. And it's been working. You know, I have dabbled in direct sales to make money. I don't like going out and doing parties. It's hard being away from the home. My heart is here. And so I just, you know, budget, meal plan, budget. Did I say budget? Budget. And we just made it our goal, and it has worked. It's, you know, it's blessed our family for me to be here for the kids. And then starting YouTube, this is a job. It's a hobby that pays. Isn't that funny? It's a hobby that pays. It's been a big blessing for our family. So, you know, you just gotta sit down and talk about it, weigh the pros and cons. How much is it gonna be for a babysitter and gas getting to work? If it's not worth it, if it's putting stress on you, maybe just sit down and call it quits, say a prayer, figure out what you could do to make it work. But not everyone could do it, and you have to work, and that's understandable. You know, we do what we need to do for our family, but right now I am blessed that I could be home. And yeah, so just sit down, have a little powwow, try it for a few months, redo your budget, try it for a few months, see how it's going, reevaluate. But sometimes you just kind of have to rip the band-aid off and just do it and see how it goes. This is from Emily. Oh my gosh, I love you. Okay, this is gonna sound awful of me, but here I go. How do you find time to still love your husband and be a wife while being a mommy takes up all your day? Now, I'm taking it as like making time for each other and a little bit of, you know, hanky-panky. I'm guessing that's what you're saying. I'm guessing that's what you're saying. All right, you just have to make time for it. You have to. You got to get a babysitter. You just got to do it. But you just got to make time and say, okay, what's your schedule look like? Where can we fit in some me time? If you can't get a sitter and you don't know anybody, and I've heard this a lot, you can't get anyone to come babysit, then you make time early in the morning or late at night. You don't eat dinner, feed the kids, put them to bed, have yourself a candlelight dinner at the table, on the floor, cuddled in a blanket, play some games. You know, there's so much out there that you could do. And that's why I created Date My Husband Friday. I will make time and text him sweet nothings and pictures and just, we love Bitmoji. There's this app called Bitmoji, and it's like you make a little like avatar of you, and we'll send each other those back and forth, and it just gets our hearts pounding and excited to see each other when they walk in the door. Now I know it's hard when they walk in the door and you're like exhausted, and you know, that's like the last thing you want to think about, but it's so important. Your husband comes first. And I've said this before and it's kind of upset some people. Really? I know you love your kids, we all love our kids, and they're so important to us, but really your spouse is number one. Number one. And that relationship needs to come first before dealing with the kids. Because guess what? When the kids leave, it's just you two together. And there's been times, you know, I've seen in people's relationships where they have nothing to talk about. So we always are trying to make time for each other. Now I'm blessed right now that I have children that can babysit. And so like the other night, as you saw in yesterday's Day in the Life video, like Thursday night, we fed the kids. We're like, let's get out of here. Let's go get a bite to eat really quick. And that's all we had time for, was just to get out and go and have a bite. There is a really good website that I love going to. It's called thedatingdivas.com. I'll leave a link below. They have oodles and noodles and doodles of ideas that you could do to spice up your relationship, get closer. It's wonderful. And so these are things that Derek and I try to do together, and wowzer, and he appreciates them so much. You gotta act like you were dating before, like boyfriend and girlfriend. Those little things that you did for each other, you gotta do as a married couple. But yeah, you may find yourself outside in the garage making out in your car while your kids are sleeping. Oh well. Roll your car down the driveway and open it up so you can see the stars, and have like champagne or sparkling cider in the back, and have some blankets, and just chill and talk, and you know, but do what you can. But honestly, go to that website. They are so fun. I love that website. Okay, this is from It's Ashley's Eyes, Merelda. My question is, was it hard going from having one child to having two? My hubby and I are having baby fever, but we both work full-time. Any advice as to how much everything changes with the second child? It wasn't hard for me because when Jonah came into the picture, Callie was 4. So it wasn't like she was little itty bitty, and so it wasn't hard at all, that transition. I would have to say my transition from 2 to 3 was the hardest. Trying to balance the 3 kids, that threw me for a loop. I got postpartum depression after I had Boston. It showed up like a few months after. It was tough. 3 was really hard for me because I felt like I was really outnumbered. So when I got pregnant with Shaylee, I was freaking out about 4 kids because of my experience with 3, and everyone assured me, no, 4 is the 4th just rolls in, and you know what, they were right. So I think you're gonna be okay. You know, there's still 2 of you, you still have 2 hands, but the biggest thing is creating schedules and routines to help you with, you know, the craziness. That's when I found Fly Lady. It was when Boston came in the picture, my 3rd. Thank goodness, because Fly Lady helped me get out of my postpartum and create routines and create the system that I got going here. And so so that might help. Routine. Amelia F12, what do you do to keep your kids from arguing, and how do you turn the situation around if you find them arguing and fussing with each other? Oh my gosh. Anyone got a good answer to this question? Because I think every parent wants to know. Oh my word, it's a pain. Like, there were fights this morning with the kids, and I just put the pillow over my head. This is how I woke up this morning, to bickering. No joke. It's hard. The biggest thing though, because I am so impatient and then their arguing will give me anxiety, then I want to explode and be like, and sometimes I do, let's get real, where I'm like, oh my gosh, stop, go away, you go over here, and I break them apart. But the biggest thing is they want to be heard. So when you're just like, oh, make this stop, I have to sit and go, okay, what's your side? What do you want from this? And then go, okay, I hear you, hold on. Talk to the other kid by themselves and go, okay, what happened? What do you want? And then bring them together and be like, okay, dude, no, yes, no, whatever, get over it. It's hard. Parenting is hard, but the biggest thing is your kids want to be heard. So take the time, even when you're so impatient and you don't want to, we have to take the time to listen to them. That makes the biggest difference. I notice it with one of my kids. When I take the time to listen and really hear them, oh my goodness, they actually calm when they talk, at least for my kids. So the biggest is to stop, listen, and then assess. I like that. Stop, listen, and assess the situation. I love this question. This is from _Amy Anderson. How and where do you schedule to fit physical fitness, self-care into your day? Oh my gosh, I used to be so good at working out. In the last few years, nope, crap, nope. I want to do it in the evening, but I'm pooped. I hear you. I actually do better in the evenings working out. I noticed that when I would wake up early in the mornings and work out, I had no energy for the rest of the day, and yeah, none. So you just got to find those moments. I want to get back into working out. I've actually sat down and made a plan of what I want to do for workouts and where I want to schedule them in. I don't know, I'm horrible at working out, you guys. I'm like the least person to ask. I'm so bad at it. But I honestly do better at night. I would, well, a few months ago you guys saw that I was going to Zumba, and I would go do that at night. I honestly just like working out better at night. I know I could work out, you know, get a good sweat, get my heart rate up, take a shower, and then crash in bed. It actually made me sleep better because I was so exhausted, and then that way I'm not like crashing during the day. So I know you're tired at night. If you're a morning person, to see if you could squeeze it in an hour before they wake up, get them ready for school, and when they're out the door, then shower and get ready. I don't know, like I said, I'm the last person you want to ask for when to fit in physical fitness. Ugh. Not a fan. But that is a goal of mine, to get more fit. I just am like, ugh. Okay, this will be my last question, and then I will do more videos during the week for you. This is from Bits of Paradise. Hello, hun. How do you get out of a mommy funk? the kind where you want to lay in bed and do nothing. Oh, yes. I understand those. Oh, over the years, I totally understand those. Honestly, what helps me is if I honestly get ready for the day. It helps me get out of my funk. Get ready and make my bed. I have a video on how to get up and get motivating during the day. I'll link it. But I do. There's times, especially in the winter. In the winter, I get those funks where I'm just like, I don't want to do that again and clean that again. And but I gotta motivate myself. I will watch, you know, videos on cleaning or hoarders to help motivate me to get moving. But get out of the house. Find something to do that will get you out of the house, and connect with other moms to get motivated. But I get like that. But I just try to find things and look for projects to do to keep me busy and moving. Idleness definitely makes the motivation and the funk worse. Find a hobby, find something that you can connect with other women, get you out, get you doing something. But it's normal, and we all go through phases. I'll do great and then I'm in the funk again. It's normal. It really is. Find a passion, find a little outlet, connect with other women, and that will help a lot. All right, guys, those are just some of the questions. Those were fun. There's so many. I think I'm gonna create some bonus videos for you where you can see me doing things around the house as I'm answering your questions. But I didn't want you to miss out on a video today. So thank you for all your questions. I appreciate it so much. I love learning from one another, and I hope maybe you got something out of this. Again, go check out Millennial Moms later today if you're starting early, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you would like some motivation today, I got it for you over at Millennial Moms. It'll get you motivated. It's a fun video. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. I appreciate you so much, and look for the next video, okay? Thanks, bye. Mwah.